Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I am finally going to start getting caught up on a bunch of the footage that I've recorded since last summer after getting my Grand Sport. Now, as many of you know, I've had a lot of things that have happened over the past year that have kind of gotten in the way of actually posting my videos on a regular basis. Well, it's time that we rectify that situation. It is now time to get caught up on all my Corvette content from last summer. What I got out to you guys so far was the introduction video to my Grand Sport, the whole process of me getting the Grand Sport, and if you haven't checked out that video, I highly suggest going back and checking that one out first. But now, in today's video, I'm going to bring to you the first day and everything that I did on the first day with my C4 Corvette Grand Sport. I drove the thing 500 miles back from Missouri. It was absolutely filthy, and one of the first things that I did was started by giving it a good car wash. Now, my first day back with the Grand Sport, it was absolutely beautiful out. It was bright, sunny, great temperature, just a perfect day to give this car a hand car wash. And I started with a diluted mixture of Simple Green, spraying down the windshield and the front bumper to help get all the caked on bugs and just dirt in general off the front of the car. And yes, this footage is sped up a little bit, and no, I'm not going to show you the whole entire car wash. At this point, it was time to dry the car, of which I like to use a combination of a nice soft chamois as well as one of those water blades, but I only use that on the glass just to get off all the water spots. So at this point, it was time to get into one of the dirtiest parts of the car, and that was the wheel wells and the wheels and the tires. And what I did with those was spray them down with Simple Green as well, and it was just going to take a lot of elbow grease to really get these cleaned up well. After giving everything a good spray down with the Simple Green, I then came back in with a soft bristle brush and just scrubbed everything down really well to loosen the dirt and grime. And then my last step was to use this really long brush that I figured would work really well on these wide wheels on the Grand Sport. So given how deep these wheels are, I found this at the store, and it looks like we should be able to get all the way in there. Get all that wheel grime out of there. And at some point here, I probably will take all the wheels off and give them a good polishing because this just wasn't good enough. But it did the trick for the time being. Yeah, it looks like that gets all the way through. Alright, well, I want to give a big thanks to Hulette Chevrolet Buick GMC in Missouri for helping me make this deal happen. But unfortunately, this has got to go. And for those of you that are wondering, I did not want to use a power screwdriver of any sort and run the risk of it slipping and scratching the paint. I at first glance thought they were just Phillips head screws, so I just grabbed a manual screwdriver. It wasn't until I was having trouble removing one of the screws that I realized it was a dual Phillips and flathead screw. It's always one. Always that one that you can't get out, so try a flathead and see if that works. So after realizing that this process was going to be way more complicated than it needed to be, I actually went and found a flathead screwdriver, and that seemed to be the trick to actually getting this last screw out. The Phillips head just was slipping too much, and it wasn't going to cut it, so I did have to switch over to the flathead here.
Don't want to slip, scratch the paint at all doing this. There we go. Yoink.
And if anybody out there knows why there's that hole behind the license plate in the front, I'd really like to know. I thought maybe it was a place for a tow hook or something like that, but there appears there's nothing behind it. So anybody knows why that's there, let me know.
All right, well, we got that that dealer advertisement taken off the front there. Got it all cleaned up from the dirt that had been sitting behind the license plate for however many years. I know the previous owner had it for like 10, and prior to that, I think it was another 10-year owner or all that. But the original owner had one of my favorite things, as you guys know from one of my previous videos, and that is that guy right there. I tell you, you guys know how picky I am about that. I am so happy that he still had that. So I guess this is gonna be the second one I'm gonna be doing, since you guys saw in my previous video that I had put the one on my yellow C4. So now my Grand Sport's gonna have one too, and this probably hasn't been on the car, and if I had to bet, probably since it was brand new. So it's probably been sitting for a while and looks as good as new. All right, and there we have it. Got the front plate filler is on, and the only thing we got to worry about is right here. We just got one little spot that needs a little bit of touch-up paint, but overall, that does that. Totally changes the look of the car, as you guys know, from my yellow one, and wouldn't have it any other way. It looks awesome that way. All right, well, we got the Grand Sport all cleaned up, and it is now time to take the old yellow one out for his first spin of the year. It unfortunately is completely dusty from the car cover, so I just want to take her for a spin, probably spray it off, and let's see how bad she's leaking oil underneath.
For the record, those muffler deletes on my yellow one sound so much better than the Grand Sport. I'm definitely going to have to do something about that in the not too distant future.
Alright guys, so we got the yellow one out of the garage here, and as I was saying, as you guys can see here, it is just losing oil everywhere.
I do want to point out that the cardboard makes it look a lot worse than it actually is. It's actually only a couple spots that are dripping. This is also moving the car around a couple times into different positions, so on the cardboard it looks a lot worse, but as it absorbs into the cardboard it spreads out. Realistically, it's pretty much only those couple drips that you see right there.
And with the car having with the car having 125,000 miles on it, I just really don't see the the financial benefit of fixing all of that and going through all the money on a car that just is probably not worth the money to do it, because I don't think a lot of people are going to jump at a Corvette with 125,000 miles on it. So I think someone that can wrench on it themselves and actually do the work themselves is probably going to benefit from this more than I would putting all that money into it. But hey, I got two C4s.